Hello, my name is Liam Douglas, and this is my report on the influence of the placebo effect on the body. Studies show a unique way of improving how we feel, and that's by simply believing we can do better. People are always trying to better themselves, whether it's how they feel or how good they are at something. There are many ways we can improve ourselves, from eating healthy to exercising, or even the controversial way of taking drugs. The placebo effect is when we take something that has no known therapeutic value but can trick our minds into thinking they are in fact helping us. Placebos can be taken in many ways, such as injected, orally, or even through creams, and by changing the appearance of what the user consumes, it can increase the effect it has. The placebo effect has been known to work as a medicine to make us feel better. However, some studies have been done to determine the effect it has on our bodies when exercising. We hope to get a better understanding of the influence placebo can have physiologically, in particular upper and lower body skeletal muscle strength and endurance. But first, some research had to be done on what had been found in the past. Athletes put their bodies under a lot of pressure, constantly trying to improve, making themselves stronger, faster, and fitter. However, this can be challenging without the help of some form of supplement. A paper found looked at 12 studies that have been done since 1972 regarding the placebo effect in sport. These studies varied from weightlifters to cyclists and used both big and little sample sizes. The results all showed some increase in performance from the participants involved in the studies. However, authors suggest that variables such as motivation, expectancy, and conditioning, and the interaction of these variables with physiological variables might be significant factors in driving both positive and negative outcomes. The placebo effect not only impacts us psychologically, but can impact us on our bodies as well. A study involving 84 female room attendants were measured on physiological health variables affected by exercise. Two groups were formed. One, the informed group, the other was the control group. The informed group was told that the work they did daily satisfies the Surgeon General's recommendations of an active lifestyle. At the end of the 4-week study, women in the informed group showed a decrease in weight, blood pressure, body fat, waist to hip ratio, and body mass index. These studies demonstrate how there is untapped psychological potential when performing physical activity. It is still unclear of the extent the effect of placebo has though. It is however clear though that sports scientists are needed to further investigate the potential of the placebo effect to enhance performance. The purpose of this study is to investigate the placebo effect on upper and lower body skeletal muscle strength and endurance in a group of 15 college-age men. It will involve 1 repetition of maximum bench press and 1 repetition of maximum squats, as well as maximum repetitions of 80% of their 1 repetition max for bench press and squat exercises. Each participants were given time to familiarize themselves with doing 1 rep max for squat and bench press, and maximal reps at 80% of their 1 rep max for squat and bench. Once they were ready, they would do a 5-minute warm-up on the Monarch exercise bike at 60 watts, followed by 2 warm-up sets of 10 reps at 50% of 1 rep max. They would then next begin a baseline testing, where they would follow by being administered a sugar tablet and told it was a supplement composed of powerful amino acids proven to increase skeletal muscle strength and endurance by 10 to 15%. Subjects would then complete Trial 1 with the placebo effect in play. Before Trial 2 began, the participants were told the same study had been done at another university, although it had no effect. This was to remove the idea of placebo effect and record the data. The participants would keep a food diary, recording kilocalories, protein, fats, and carbohydrates. After all the data was recorded, it was analysed using real stats add-in in Microsoft Excel. It was there put into tables, and a repeated measured one-factor ANOVA test was done to break up all the data. The alpha for the ANOVA test was set at 0.05. The post hoc t-test was used next to see if there was a significant difference from baseline versus trial 1, baseline versus trial 2, and trial 1 versus trial 2. Figure 4 shows the mean and the standard deviation of each trial for the squats and bench exercises. As you can see, there is a significant increase in the weight lifted between the baseline trial and the trial 1 for 1RM squat and bench, and the 80% max squat. With an increase as big as 13 kgs, it is clear that the placebo effect has had an impact mentally with the participants. However, between trials 1 and 2 of all the exercises, there was either a small drop in weight or an equal amount lifted. Fatigue may have come into play here, explaining the drop in weight. 80% bench press was the only exercise that did not have any increase in weight. In fact, after the baseline trial, the weight dropped slightly by 1 kg. Majority of the results show an improvement in performance when the placebo effect was in effect. This clearly shows that performance has been improved when subjects thought they were taking a performance-enhancing supplement. This supports the theory above that there is untapped psychological potential in athletes. However, it is unclear why there was no increase in weight for 80% max bench press. As spoken about earlier, it may have been the mentality going into the exercise. Their motivation and expectancy may not have been any higher than the weight they reached. It could also have been their weakest or most disliked exercise, giving them a negative attitude towards the task. To summarize, our findings show that by simply believing people were taking something said to improve performance while completing upper and lower body skeletal muscle and strength and endurance exercises, they will in fact see an increase in their performance. There are, however, some circumstances where it may not have an impact. It is not clear on why this is. It may one day be a common strategy used by athletes when competing or training for sport. However, further study is required to find why this works in some instances and not others. Thank you.